My fellow Americans, it's your boy Dank here. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you all about the pardon of my son, Hunter Biden. I know some of you are mad that I said that no one is above the law. Well, I want you to know I still mean it. You see, Steven Seagal delivered a masterful performance in that movie that will never be topped. Now that I've cleared that up, I'd like to explain why I pardoned my son. Look, you've all seen his paintings. Clearly, he suffers from mental retardation, and as you all know,
Heyo! So, there are a lot of things happening today on the trending tab on X. For starters, we have Jill on the trending page. No last name given, just the name Jill. And then also in correlation to that, we also have Hunter in the trending thing. Once again, no last name given. But who could we really be talking about here? Well, let us just let Karine Jean-Pierre give us a slight summarization onto what today's topic is all going to be encompassing.
But from a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
Well, is there
I just said no. I just answered.
The president would not pardon or commute the sentences for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Just in, Trump responds to Hunter pardon, says miscarriage of justice is ongoing imprisonment of J6ers. Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the J6 hostages who have now been imprisoned for years? Such an miscarriage of justice. President-elect Donald Trump responded to President Joe Biden's pardon of his son, Hunter, on Sunday night, saying the real miscarriage of justice is the ongoing imprisonment and prosecution of the J6 protesters. Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the J6 hostages, he asked, who have now been imprisoned for years? Such an miscarriage of justice. Biden's statement on the pardon of his son said that politics had gotten in the way of justice and that had created a miscarriage of justice. Despite the repeated assurances that Biden would not pardon his son, it has been reported that he's been mulling it over since June. Even so, the president had decided at the time not to make these considerations public, per NBC. At each press briefing, in which Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre was asked about the likelihood of a Biden pardon for Hunter, she said that it would not happen. Even in November, Jean-Pierre said, "We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands with no." First Lady Jill Biden has also said that her husband would not issue a pardon to Hunter, who is her stepson. Biden addressed his change of heart in the statement saying, "From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department decision-making, and I kept my word even as I have watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted." The statement then discussed the charges, saying that there were not aggravating factors to the purchase and noting that people are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they filled out a form. And as for the tax charges, Biden said, "Those who are late paying their taxes because of serious addictions, but pay them back subsequently with interest and penalties are typically given non-criminal resolutions. It is clear that Hunter was treated differently," Biden said. Trump has promised to pardon all non-violent offenders who were prosecuted by Biden's DOJ for crimes relating to the J6 protest. That protest on Jan 6, 2020 saw Trump supporters entering the Capitol building in an attempt to stop the certification of the electoral votes for Joe Biden, making him the 46th president. Many of those supporters were tried for trespassing. Many had criticized Trump's promise to pardon J6ers, which include grandmothers, first-time offenders, and rioters. And in the end, this is all very stupid. However, got some, it's kind of funny. The people who say, no one is above the law, they tend to overlook that statement when it comes to themselves. For instance,
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one is above the law.
nobody is above the law unless it comes to themselves. Then, all of a sudden, what? Who had the law there to begin with? Who placed it here? That is just a mistake. We need to get rid of this bill, this law, this whatever, because I don't want to get prosecuted. Anywho, here's a little bit of a funny video I found. It's obviously made with AI, but...
My fellow Americans, it's your boy Dank Brandon here. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you all about the pardon of my son, Hunter Biden. I know some of you are mad that I said that no one is above the law. Well, I want you to know I still mean it. You see, Steven Seagal delivered a masterful performance in that movie that will never be topped. Now that I've cleared that up, I'd like to explain why I pardoned my son. Look, you've all seen his paintings. Clearly he suffers from mental retardation, and as you all know, legally we can't prosecute. And let's be honest, anyone who records themselves butt-ass naked committing that many crimes has to be short a few chromosomes. Seriously. Hunter has more dong pics than a Chinese yearbook. Anyway, happy World AIDS Day. Pretty sure Hunter got that too. Dank Brandon out. My fellow Americans.
Oh man, that is so stupid. I like it though. Well, anywho, that's just about all I had to say on this. Just bringing to light the stupidity that is the Liberal or Democratic Party within how they always claim no one's above the law when they're talking about Trump. However, when it comes to Biden's son, then all of a sudden, that whole entire script goes poof in the air. What's there? Anywho, have a good one.